Hello, it's Tuesday, which means that it's my day, and today I'm just going to go over a bunch of random F2l tips and tricks that are pretty useful to know. So the first one has to do with setting up easy cases when you get a more difficult one. Instead of doing something like this, which is extremely inefficient, what you want to do is instead set up a 3-move case from the very beginning, so you get 7 moves instead of 11. A good way to do this is to first hide either the corner or an edge, and move the edge into its place and correspondingly pair them up. This is another example. It's rather easy to do, but this is something that I didn't catch on to until a few weeks ago, which made my F2l surprisingly inefficient. So another thing I want to go over is rotationless inserts. Often you need to do a rotation like this to insert something like this from the back, but it's often faster to just use a rotationless insert like this one shown here. The algorithm is pretty much always the same. You just use a wide move, then you put it into its place like you were doing roux, and then you replace the cross edge. So another thing I want to go over is doing it from the front, because often doing it the normal way is just pretty slow. The way you can do it is doing a sledgehammer from the front, as shown. So this has to do with finding out if a F2l pair needs to rotation or not. For example, this one has to require rotation, and the next one does as well. The way you tell this is that you look at the edge, and whichever color is in the top, if it's opposite or the same as the center in front, then it requires no rotation, otherwise it requires a rotation. For example, this one's orange, but red center's front, so it does not require a rotation. And this one requires a rotation, but as we demonstrated earlier, it's easier to do it after you rotate because you can set up a 3-move case and make it rather efficient. Here's another example concerning the cross. So we have a partially built cross here that's off by a D2. We put the orange piece in respect to the rest of the cross pieces, but the question is whether to do a little U or a D prime or not. So the first pair that I see are these two, and since blue is on top and orange is in front, we want to make it so green is in front instead, so we do a little U instead of a D. While this is theoretically quite useful, I have yet to implement it into my solves, and that was rotationless insert right there. So that'll be pretty much all for today because I'm a little bit busy, and next week I'll go over a different set of F2l tips and tricks. Bye.